So I often get asked, why is this free? Why doesn't it cost me anything? What's the catch? And that's just too good to be true. Well, there's no catch. This is a research project that's done in a research lab, my research lab, and we're interested in studying the epigenetic variability in FSHD families. Okay, everyone, if you have FSHs in your family, you're aware that, there's great variability in disease severity, right? Even among siblings, across generations, from asymptomatic to needing assistance to get around. Okay, and we believe this is mediated by epigenetics and epigenetic factors, and that these are great avenues for therapeutic intervention. Okay, so that's our motivation, is we want to better understand epigenetics, and we want to look all around the world. There's virtually nothing known about FSHD in a lot of parts of the world because of the high cost of testing and lack of accessibility of testing. So by sending this saliva kit and research test all around the world, we're learning about populations that have never actually been studied in respect to FSHD or FSHD epigenetics. In return, people all around the world can learn about themselves and their families and their likely FSHD status and their epigenetics. And hopefully, this is a great relationship. We get a lot of research information, and in return, we provide a service to the worldwide FSHD community, a much needed service in many parts of the world. So how are the costs covered? Well, it's a research project that's covered by a research budget. Part of which are research grants. For example, we currently have a grant from the Friends of FSH Research and Foundation in Seattle. It covers a lot of the costs of sending the kits out, doing the tests, and keeping this accessible and affordable to everybody all around the world. Okay. In addition, some individuals make direct donations to the research lab. People who find this interesting, can choose to support it, and that's fantastic. But the most important thing is participation. Okay. Now, we also get asked, what about monetization, right? Isn't this information worth something? And yeah, it is, I suppose, but we don't do that. If you participate, your DNA does not get shared. The information is confidential. We're not a repository, and we don't monetize any of this. Okay, it is just we get a research result out of it, and you get a research report back. And hopefully it's a good relationship. So it's confidential, private, and accessible and affordable, free. Okay. So thank you to those of you who have participated. That's the number one thing you can do as an FSHD patient or family member is participate in research. Okay. And together we're gonna beat this disease. So thank you.